Hello, this is Rimon Hossain, and for my Oceanography public service announcement project, I'll be talking about overfishing in the Bay of Bengal. The Bay of Bengal is the largest bay in the world, sharing borders with Sri Lanka, India, Bangladesh, Myanmar, and Thailand. They all have economic export zones in the region and have a combined population of 1.5 billion, which is 22% of the world's population. 1.5 million are dependent on fishing as a livelihood. Between 1940 and 1960, these states gained independence, and there was a period of mass exploitation due to no regulation. During that time, there was a decline in biodiversity affecting mangroves, 8% of the world's coral reefs, fishes, seagrasses, and other endangered and vulnerable species. Overfishing since the 1960s has been a $4 billion industry in which 6 million tons of fish are caught annually. There's 400,000 boats and 4.5 million employees within the same industry. Fishing practices such as trawling and sea net have resulted in that red dot you see in the middle right there, that where there's a dead zone in which marine life seems to not exist at all. It has an area of 60,000 square kilometers. As you can see, there's a huge biodiversity of organisms living within the Bay of Bengal. The hilsa fish in particular, that fish on the bottom right, is an iconic fish within Bangladesh and West Bengal that has a $2 billion industry in and of itself. Bangladeshi government has released a 3-year report that shows tiger prawns and Indian salmon are almost completely gone. Fishermen that used to take a couple hours of fishing now have to take 20 hours of sailing to get that same fish. A recent 65-day government bans by Bangladesh attempt to revive the ecosystem periodically, and global warming due to greenhouse gases potentially rises sea levels, further endangering other populations and possibly flooding half of Bangladesh. Trawlers, those boats on the bottom right you see right there, can catch up to 400 tons of fish, which is 20 times the artisanal vessel. Here's a video showing overfishing in the Bay of Bengal. As you can see, very devastating effects. These governments have adopted a blue economy, marine development, and coastal management paradigm, which promotes the idea of a healthy ocean is only attained by economic assistance, supporting sustainable ecosystems, and other safe fishing practices. These BE programs have also raised awareness against pollution, shipbreaking, global warming, and the destruction of habitats. Some measures that countries have taken, so we've mentioned the Bangladesh 65-day government bans, in addition to their 5-year initiative to promote smart, sustainable, inclusive growth and employment in the fishing industry. India has a similar policy called the Blue Revolution to regulate fishing activities, which is unfortunately only blocked out by their building of port infrastructure. Sri Lanka and Thailand also emphasize the reduction of ocean pollution and promotion of sustainable fishing. Here's some things you can do to help. Be aware. The Observer Research Foundation, ORF, has published the most recent report as of October 2020 on blue economy programs. Also, Bangladeshi news sources such as Dhaka Tribune, BD News 24, and Financial Express periodically cover the Bay of Bengal's overfishing. Going even further, you can contact your state or local representatives, pressure them to tell Bay states to report on blue economy and overfishing in the Bay of Bengal. That brings me to the end of the presentation. Hope you enjoyed.